Y'all, welcome to this video. This is my second ever video for this channel. I am 19 years old and I am here to give you some love advice. So, without further ado, let's get into this. It's gonna be 21 signs of a loyal man. If your man doesn't cross off each of these 21 signs, then break up with him because they're a red flag. If he crosses 13, 13 of them, and not the whole 21, then break up with him. If he passes even 20, then maybe give him a chance and figure out, depending on which one he didn't really pass, then like, but that's a red flag. First sign of a loyal man is his actions match his words always. Not sometimes, not now and then, but always. If he says he's at work, then he's at work. If he says he's at work and he later found out that he is not at work, then that indeed is a red flag. And that's not a loyal man. Number two is he has nothing to hide, not even his phone. So if he's very self-conscious about his phone and he doesn't really want to hand it to you, then just ask for it. And if he still doesn't want to hand you his phone and he gets angry, then he has something to hide. And that indeed is a red flag, miss. The third one is he gives you peace, not anxiety. So if he's always stressing you out or you guys not really have a good time with each other and he constantly gives you anxiety or you always worrying about what you're doing or what's he up to and you don't really have trust, even in beginner relationships, he should give you peace and not anxiety. And miss, if he doesn't give you peace and you already like on he's you ready on his boat, then that indeed is a red flag. And especially if it's the beginning of a relationship, maybe it's a you problem. Or he sees a future with you and he plans for it. So even in beginning relationships, if you guys don't really plan a future, you guys don't really see each other with a future with each other, then that's a red flag. And that's even if you could bring on the conversation, you don't have to wait until he like brings it up. You could bring up the conversation, like, hey, where do you see us together in 10 years? And if you do see us together in 10 years, then what do you like? What are we doing? You know what I mean? Like he plans a future with you. If he respects your boundaries and your worth. So if you set boundaries and he crosses them, or he always talks down on you, then that indeed is a red flag. Next one is he doesn't leave when things get hard. So, things get hard and a lot of people wants to leave, like you in an awkward situation, like but he doesn't stick with you. That's a red flag. He leaves when it gets hard, when he should have your back always. Always and in everything. No matter what the situation is, he should always have your back. One is he says true, no lies, and no games. That is kind of self-explanatory. He speaks highly of you even behind your back. So say for example a group of people is talking shit about you and instead of defending you, he engages in it. Now that miss is a red flag. He lifts you up instead of competing with you. So unless if you guys are playing around and you guys are being serious and say for example you guys work in the same workspace and he's trying to get promoted and you want to get promoted and he gets mad. Or say for example, you both trying to pass a permit test and say you got a permit test before him and he gets mad. Then that is indeed a red flag. Tenth one is he chooses love even on the hard days. So we all have those bad days and we have a bad day at work. We I don't know, have a bad day at the park. Something happened at the park and it ruined your day. And instead of loving you and talking to you about it like a decent human being, he gets mad at even you too. And that indeed is a red flag. 7. His loyalty doesn't fade even when you're apart. Say, for example, he goes on a business trip or he takes a trip to the Bahamas and you're stuck in New York. I'm going to say New York because that's where I'm from. And he isn't really loyal. He decides to sneak off with some girl and you found out. That indeed is a red flag. Sex his heart like it's his home. So he's not gonna say some shit that'll break your heart. If he says something that breaks your heart that you don't like and he says it and he just brushed off like, oh, it's just a joke, that indeed is a red flag. He makes you feel safe emotionally and physically. So when you're down in the gloom and you need somebody to talk to, he's there for you. If you're down in the gloom and he's nowhere to be seen, you calling him, you let him know through text. Even if he can't answer his phone right away and he doesn't say anything later, that indeed is a red flag. He's a good communicator. If he's really good at communicating things to you and not hiding it, or say for example he's telling you about his day, then that indeed is a good communicator, and that indeed is a that is a good man. Also, for example, like this came up in my head just now. For example, if something like crazy is going on and you're not really sure what's happening, if he's able to tell you without like stuttering or without backtracking, then that indeed is a good man. He takes genuine interest in you. So a man that wants to be with you genuinely wants to take your interest or to ask more about you. So if a man is like not really seeming to care about you and doesn't really have your interest, or then that indeed is a red flag if he doesn't have a genuine interest in you. 16. He takes your concerns seriously. So, say for example, you're concerned about, I don't know, this wounded animal that you accidentally ran over, and instead of saying, "Oh, the animal's dead," he tries to cheer you up. That's kind of corny, I know, but I can't really think of anything else examples, but you know what I'm trying to say. Then that indeed is a good man. He treats everyone with kindness, not just his mom and his family, but he treats everyone with kindness. Even if he has some, if even if he doesn't get along with his family, he still treats them with kindness because it shows how he will treat you. He is open about his interest in you. Like he lets you know that he is interested in you. He says, "I love you," when you say it to him. He wants to bring you out on dates. He wants to just he lets you know he has his interest in you, and his actions proves it. You could say it as words, but actions speak louder than words, in my opinion. He has his own life too. If he doesn't have a job or he doesn't have his own place or his car or he doesn't seem like his life is gonna go straight and it's just all over the place, then that's not a good man. You want a good man that will have as a good future for himself, that knows where he's gonna be in fucking 5 years, and that's the man you would want. He's not a puppet. So if your man just constantly is a follower and not a leader, like a man's supposed to be a leader, and if he's not leading and he's being a puppet and just listening to what other people says and not having his own opinions for himself, then that's not a good man. One, he always makes time for you. So if he says he's busy and he constantly saying he's busy and he doesn't seem like he has time anymore for you, or he never actually did, that means he's not a loyal man. He doesn't really care for you or love you to even spend 5 minutes of each other. And that concludes my video for today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And hopefully I helped you through something or that for your future boyfriend that that I kind of helped you to see what you should look for in a man. And if you like what I'm posting or do you want to see more, then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and tell me in the comments of what type of videos else I should do. Thank you. Mwah.